Yo, what it is? It is your boy who is Dwade. I'm happy, excited to be here for another week with the N-Word podcast. Fellas, I'm gonna introduce the lady again first. We have Slay back again. How
You
are
just
you?
call me Cindy.
All right, Cindy, I'm sorry. All right, I'm sorry, sweetheart. How are you?
Good. How are you guys?
Excellent.
We good. We good.
Excellent. How you
I'm
feeling, Ty?
alright.
Man, I'm all right, man. Did y'all see that All-Star dunk contest last night, man?
Yeah, I saw the highway robbery. The
Did y'all
highway
see that
robbery.
robbery last night, man?
That shit was
I
fucked
sure
up.
did.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm doing good. Master OG Ty on Instagram, Master OG Ty on Twitter. And I'm gonna pass it to my man Doc, the neighborhood know-it-all.
Hey, how y'all doing, man? It's Doc D Ross, Instagram, man, Twitter. I'm doing good, man. Hopefully everybody had a good week. Thank y'all for
Yes, sir.
listening again. Pass to my man Joe.
What up, y'all? It's your boy George. Joker the 8th on Twitter. Fuck with me. Let's get into it, Dirks.
Yes, sir. So first topic we have this week. I was scrolling through Instagram and I saw this video. I found it to be interesting. Chanel West Coast. She's a white lady, rapper.
What does that mean? She's safe or something? What the fuck? Come
I
on.
just wanna, it just
No,
means
he doesn't want to
I had
face it.
I had to point that out. I had to preface that shit. You know what I'm saying? So she was complaining about how basically she be on social media and she likes everybody's pictures and nobody like her shit back. And I'm gonna be honest, she probably was talking about celebrities, like how she
Yeah.
probably liked their shit and they'll like her back.
Mhm.
But it made me think about a larger topic as far as people really finding an identity like in likes and social media and feeling like that shit is real life. And I wanted to see like what were y'all thoughts as far as social media? Do y'all feel like it's helping or hurting society as a whole? And why do y'all think that likes are so important in this day and age?
Okay, well, I'll start then. I feel like with the way society is now, I feel like people do like take social media a little too serious and stuff. People really feel like when they get likes that these people really like their followers or like their real life followers or they really like them like that. You know what I mean? But it's all just internet. Like people need to understand that. I feel like we need to have like let out for people like that, or like even like a new form of like psychology or something, like a whole new branch to be able to deal with like people and what they want from social media. Because I don't feel like this ever happened in history. Like we had something like social media, we could just take everybody's mind and just what I mean. Like everybody fuck with social media. I don't care if you got 260 followers, everybody be on that shit. I just feel like we got to find a way to like be able to like help people differentiate real life from social media. That's the only way that people gonna stop taking it so seriously.
Mm. I
I think.
mean,
Oh, who's up?
go ahead,
Go
you got
ahead
it, bro.
there.
You got it.
I was gonna say
I,
that. Come on, man. Just come on. Shit. Hey,
It's the hat. It's the
nigga,
hat.
it's the hat, man. Just giving them authority and shit.
go ahead, bro. Go ahead, you got
Well,
it, son.
I agree with Ty on that part, but I think that's more like for regular people. That's how they view it. But if she is even a little bit of a celebrity,
Come on, Chanel West Coast is a regular person, bro.
that's what I'm saying. So she can
Yeah,
so she can do that.
You heard what
Nah,
she said.
bro.
She said I'm on
I'm,
2,000 episodes of ridiculousness. That was a precise
yeah.
number,
Bro,
but I get it.
But what I'm saying
bro.
is for someone in that realm, she needs these likes and retweets and stuff for her brand. And
Okay.
people like that who need stuff for their brand, it's I mean, she can be she could be upset that people aren't doing the same that if she says that she's retweeting and sharing and liking all your stuff, she's saying why the fuck can't we get that shit back, you need the same thing. And the only thing I don't like about social media is that phone farm thing, bro. Is that ability to go to a phone farm to get your likes and retweets or your streams or different stuff like that. But I think that you need nowadays with how fast everything is, you need that. I don't know whose mic that is, but with how fast everything is, you need that social media. Like you need people that are great at social media, great at getting the buzz, great at all that stuff. So
Yeah.
it
It
can't
makes
just
sense. I guess if you're
yeah.
using it for a profession, you kind of need that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, all in all, I feel like we, like the regular people, was the ones that made it a big deal, though. You know what I mean? Like we was the ones getting on Instagram. Them rich people wasn't really fucking with Instagram like that. Once they seen it was popping with us, they said, "Oh, motherfuckers be on here. Let's market on here." So that's
Yeah.
what I
Yeah.
mean. But I don't
I
know.
just I think my issue with it is that people conflate likes with actual support, right? It
Exactly.
takes me a
That's what I'm saying.
second to like your post. it takes me another second, or it takes me more energy to buy a ticket to pull up to your show. That's the real support. I don't want you to think because you got 100 likes, you got 100 supporters. That's not the case all the time. And I think like that's the issue. People, I don't know where in our brain this switch went off, but that shit like means support.
Yeah,
And
that's
then
what
I
I'm saying.
also
They
think,
can't differentiate. They don't know the
yeah,
difference.
and I also think it becomes addictive for psychological reasons, right? You know, you get a dopamine raise when you see that hearts in your picture and shit. It makes a little bing noise. When you hear a bing noise, you know somebody commented on your post. So it's a psychological response to it. That I think it's been engineered. You know what I mean? I remember I was watching this documentary and the guy was talking about the scroll feature on Facebook, and he said he did it for easier access, but now people just scroll aimlessly. He said he regrets it. You know what I'm saying? Like stuff like that. So I mean, I think it's extremely beneficial, obviously, to be connected to people. You know, I'm still connected to people from high school that I haven't seen in years, and we have a good social relationship over the internet. But I think like when you rely on it for your sense of community, I think that's where it becomes an issue. And I think that it could definitely generate like a wantonness for attention. That's obvious. You know what I'm saying?
It's
Everybody
almost like
wants to
its
be
own
Instagram
community.
famous. It is. It is, bro. It is.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So I'm gonna just I don't know. I don't agree with y'all for real. I think it's an awesome thing. Um, I used to agree with y'all. Like when I first came about this whole quote unquote woke situation, like I agreed with y'all. But as I continue with it, the more I continue with it, I agree with social media more and more. And the idea that when it first came out, it wasn't called social media, it was called
Right.
social networking site. So the idea of it was for you to be able to connect with people who share your ideology faster.
Right.
Whereas in real life, people are kind of more reserved and like they're fearful of themselves and their environment and that type of thing. Where you can get on a social network and you can meet with people that think like you, that look like you, act like you, etc., etc. I think that it's created a situation where it's more open. Like you could be more, yourself around people who are of like mind and like body, like spirit. So it's like I agree with social network. I feel like that I do agree with y'all in the sense that some people do they place a little too much you know
Value.
value, yeah, that's the word, thank you, too much value on not getting likes, like in the case with this Chanel West Coast situation, like they feel like that they should be getting more likes or whatever the case may be. But at the same time, it's like we also know, like how y'all mentioned about the branding, we also know that when somebody gets a whole lot of likes like that, it's like, or when they get a whole lot of likes like that, that opens them up to more money, that opens them up to more opportunities, that opens them up to more people.
Agreed.
Like I enjoy social media now. Like I feel like that moving forward, definitely moving forward is going to be the way of making anything happen. Any movement, like as far as grassroots, the whole meeting up with people in face to
Yeah,
face and that type of thing, like that's gonna, like it's gonna naturally die out just because of people having this fear of
right.
public places and going to the club and all this like how niggas used to do.
Shit
Like
crazy.
it's crazy, but at the same time, it makes it to the extent of you can specifically tailor the crowd that you're around and the crowd that
Yeah.
you're talking to and
No,
that
that's
type of thing.
facts.
Like I love it. Like I love it in today's day for real. Like I feel and I agree with Ty with the whole adding a new version of psychology for people like that, like internet psychology, that type of
Yeah,
thing.
like it's yeah,
I'm sure
Awesome,
they studying it.
awesome
I'm sure they
idea.
studying it.
yeah,
Definitely,
yeah.
that's an
Real,
awesome idea.
I got a real quick side note. Like this got something to do with what we were talking about. Like just the fact, like you said, Doc. Like, in a couple of years, this is going to be the wave. Like it's too convenient for
It's way
somebody
too
to be able.
convenient.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I did an interview last week, right, for this little dispensary, and the lady hit me up. She's like, "Yo, we got an interview." She did a phone interview, and she hit me up. She was like, "Yo, our second interview is on Friday." So on Friday, I'm thinking I'm going somewhere. She's like, no, it's a video interview. I ain't
Video
never did
interview.
a yeah, I ain't never did a
Yeah,
video interview.
that's
It's
what I'm
like
saying. Like the
so this lady
internet is
came on the
making it
screen, bruh.
vicious.
She was in her house, bruh. She was just sitting in her house. I seen the bookshelves behind her. She was chilling. I'm like,
Yeah.
damn, bruh. Like, there's no need for you even to go to work no
It's
more. Like,
making it vicious because it's like
crazy.
with the internet and like social media, I feel like you're gonna. The thing is, it's turning people more into themselves. You know what I'm
They
saying?
so?
It's a
I don't know.
hell
Is it
yeah,
though? Is it though?
I
hell
feel like
yeah.
it's turning them people who they want to be. I don't feel
But
like
you,
it's turning
but
them.
that, no, but hear that though. The idea of saying
That
that it's
makes
turning
sense.
people
That
into
makes
who they
sense.
want
He's
to
right.
be. That's their
Yeah, he's right.
internal
He's
self.
right. He's right. He's right.
So it's
Nah,
like
no. I
No,
would
he's
say
right.
it's turning people into what they think will be popular.
No,
they,
I would.
Yeah.
I agree with him. I agree
now
with Doc.
when Darius say when D-Right say that is turning people into what they think is popular, that there is a certain population where that's the case. They're only doing certain things
For
because it's
clout.
the wave right now for
But
clout. That is a
It's
thing.
clout.
But
it's
at the
like
same
yeah,
time, I don't think
yeah,
that that's most people. I think most people are allowing
exactly.
themselves to be more of what they feel internally that they would be more or less scared to do in an environment that they don't know that the people are of like mind. Like,
Well, let me ask you a question. Is convenient always better?
No,
not always.
not always.
But at the same, most of the time I believe so, and I used to not, but most of the time I think so. Especially like, and this kind of is a segue a little bit into like the workforce and robotics, that type of thing, where they're saying like the robots and computer are taking a lot of people's jobs and that type of thing. I feel like that isn't as bad as what I used to think. Like having cashiers not be, a regular person, be a computer, having going to McDonald's or whatever. If you do eat McDonald's, which is ridiculous, but
But what you think gonna do
you
to the economy though? Like when all these jobs being transformed to like
so
robotic jobs
the
and shit
thing
like that.
is, the problem, the thing with inflation and that type of thing is you're not having to pay people. So if
Yeah.
once the cost of production goes down, the cost of how much it's going to cost for you to get that product or service goes down. And then it allows people to again be more themselves. If you don't have a job like, a retail job to fall back on, or one of these regular autonomous jobs to fall back on, it forces you to be creative to your life. So you have to end up making something for you that people are fuck with. And then if you can't, then that leans back into the whole survival of the fittest concept. Like I feel like it's dope for you, man. For real, for real.
Yeah.
Like,
Cindy, what you thinking?
I don't know. I really don't have much to say on that. I'm be real,
All right,
but
cool.
yeah.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I think we can't ignore the benefits of it. It would be stupid to do that. I just think that it should be watched carefully, and I'm sure they're studying it. Because I mean, they said since social media came out, the depression and suicide rates have spiked, especially in teenagers and early children. So I think it's definitely like beneficial, but it needs to be watched.
I
It
think
shows
it's
as
not
much.
being given perspective. I feel like that the kids, the people who are having that level of depression, again, I'm kind of with the survival of the fittest concept in that way. Like, I don't think that I don't think that they would be fit for a natural world the way that we thinking about it. So if you think about it, like in the sense of without the internet, where would those people be?
Or
They
I mean, even
what
like
would
how we
they
be
be doing?
saying,
They were living and suffering as more or less poor people anyway. Like I don't
even like
think
we were saying, a new branch of psychology. Those are the people that would directly benefit from them kids and stuff that's taking it too seriously. You know what I mean?
Mm.
When I was a kid, niggas had to bully me. You had to bully me if you wanted me to shut up. Physically, like ain't no
Nah,
computer, nothing, no phone, nothing gonna
nah,
do
it's
nothing
not
for me.
that. It's not that. It's think
Bro,
about
it
this,
is, bro,
right?
because if people
No,
putting too
no. Let
much,
me tell you what
people
it
putting too
is.
much weight on
Let
it.
me
They
tell you
putting too
what it
much
is.
weight on
Let
it.
me tell you what it is. The difference between all right. Say you was in I don't know seventh grade, right? You got
Yeah.
in a fight and you got your shit dog. After that, you might the
it
rumor
was
might go
over,
right.
but
It was over, but now niggas got the video. You getting going viral. You got a million people saying, "Damn, son got this shit dog." Like that's you know what I'm saying. So
Okay,
it's
even back
But
then, you
still,
still
even
came
that.
back for that
That's what
nigga.
I'm
you
saying.
still
Even still, bro. Even still,
yeah,
back then
bro. But that shit
we
lives.
was tougher kids. That realization of it is like we was real life tougher kids, bro. The
yeah,
middle
no
school.
question.
Who went to Jackson? Doc, you went to Jackson?
Nah,
I
I
went to
didn't.
Jackson
I
too.
was in
Jack.
DC, but
I
Listen,
got bullied at Jackson.
Jackson was like Baloo. Like it was ratchet. Like I mean, we had grown men waiting outside to fight kids. Like that's how
Yeah,
ratchet this
that's
shit was. I'm talking
funny.
about the first week. I'm talking about the first week of school. Like we just getting here, this is happening. So you know what I mean? You had to be tough. Like no computer shit was going to sit you down, bro.
Yeah.
Like you had to be tough. Nowadays it's all about computers. Like you know what I mean? Like everybody.
And then the idea of cyberbullying even being a thing, like that's crazy.
Exactly. That's what I'm leading
That's
to. Like,
crazy. You got people that's online talking shit, and then you commit suicide or something that somebody said online.
Bro, listen,
that's ridiculous.
Because bro, if you got 200,000 people saying this person is trash, it should kill itself.
Bro, but it's never like that, bro. It's never like.
I'm like, okay, I don't know none of these people.
It's like it's maybe like 10 people.
Bro, think with the mind of
I'm thinking of even me back then, bro. Like MySpace had top friends. Like remember top fucking friends? Used to be like, oh damn, I didn't make my boys top friends, or I didn't make this girl that I like top friends.
Yeah.
Like, but you're not about to be fucking killing yourself over it because you got some other niggas in there.
Listen. How we use MySpace is how you supposed to use social media.
Exactly.
Yeah, man. Bring that shit back.
Listen, we used to bring up little topics and shit, go to school, talk about them. We still was out physically.
Bro,
I used to go to
the difference between us and the younger generations is that we live with and without it, whereas they're born into it.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. When they born,
that's why you need to make these niggas play outside. That's the fuck you need to do.
Yeah, man, make them play football or something, man.
Throwback.
Make them walk to the store in the hood.
Yeah, make them walk to the store, bro. Fuck.
You can Amazon that shit, bro.
Nah, fuck that. Fuck your ass 7-Eleven.
Talking about. Come on, 7-Eleven deliver now, bro. Chill.
Damn,
but
Postmates, bro.
Oh, you hit me, dog. Let's go, bro. You know what I'm saying?
They got all that shit.
All right, so
make them walk to the store. Fuck it.
Let's move to the next topic. We talked about this topic. I don't remember what episode it was on. It's Dwayne Wade's transgender son. At this point, she has asked to be referred to pronouns she and her, and also Zion be changed to Zaya. So I've heard the video where she was talking about it. And she basically said, like, yo, you know,
all the motherfuckers tripping.
Hold on, shut up. Let me finish. Hold on, bro. Let me get the topic out.
I can't even let you get it out.
Let me get the topic out, bro. No, listen. Listen to the justification. Listen to the justification. She said that basically, I'm gonna summarize. It's trashed. You know, wake up.
Gabrielle Union said that. That's only she I recognize in this equation.
Exactly.
Zaya said.
That little boy said.
Zaya
the boy formerly known as Zaya.
Ask the question.
That little boy said.
Listen, I'm trying to give context. Zaya said basically it's trash to wake up every day and look at yourself in the mirror and be like, you know, I'm not being my true authentic self. That's a life not worth.
You've been alive 12 years.
Shut up. That's a life not worth living, and that was what it said on video with her father. So. You know, I respect the PC culture. You know, I think they go OC sometimes, and the pronouns are sometimes confusing. But what are y'all thoughts? I mean, at this point, that's almost an official conversion or transition without the hormones. And I'm gonna start it off really nice first. Cindy, you go and speak first.
Well, actually, I have another question for real. Why is it that transgender people like offend? I ain't gonna say y'all, but why does that offend people so much that people want to like change their lives and change themselves?
It don't offend me. This boy,
no, I think it's the problem 12. With them is that he's 12.
It's just because he's a child. That's
I don't like if you're a grown person and you decide you was my
12
man
years
one day,
old,
and then
bro.
you decide you want to be my girlfriend the next day. That's you. You're a grown man.
But a lot of people that are transgender had that decision. Well, not made that decision, but like started having those thoughts and feelings like pretty early though.
We go, okay.
I'm against it. I'm gonna go
nah, bro.
Go ahead, Joker. I'm gonna let Joker talk, but
by saying that they made these decisions early. Okay, so I'm going to assume, Cindy, that you're saying that you believe this person was born this way, correct?
No, I don't think that. I'm just saying, like,
okay, well, look,
a lot of people I know
that's
even
worse.
That's even worse. So now they know it's not actually like anything biologically telling them to do this. They're just fucking wilding at this point. And I think if you're going to say a 12-year-old is able to make this decision, then let R. Kelly out of fucking jail, because he's fucking with little girls who made this fucking decision.
Nigga,
So
what the fuck?
yeah, you heard what I
What?
said, nigga.
I don't
You hear what I
think
said,
what
nigga.
the
Let R.
Facts.
Kelly
What?
out of fucking
What he's
jail.
saying is right.
Let R. Kelly out of
Listen,
fucking jail. If you're telling me that this 12-year-old boy
listen.
can
Nah.
say that he is
What
now a
George is
woman
doing right
named
now-
Zaya and doing whatever, because them 14-year-old girls knew, one,
Listen.
they getting paid, two,
Exactly.
they getting fucked. Period.
Listen,
Period.
what George is doing is exposing hypocrisy, because that's all it is
That's all
hypocrisy.
it is.
Because if you could say a child can make this decision, but a child can't make that decision, when they both like are at sense like a sexual kind of decision, I would
Hold on.
say.
No, hold on.
It's not a
Gender
sexual
is,
decision.
it's not.
I mean-
It's a gender decision.
Nah,
Well,
bro.
I mean, I think
I'm saying an underage person can make that decision. Can make a decision of that magnitude.
magnitude. Yeah.
I'm saying to me, having sex at a young age, because I was fucking at 12, is the same is the same as saying you want to be a different gender at fucking 12. Is more is a bigger
here's the
deal.
I don't think that's the same.
But, okay, let me.
I think it's
well,
the
let me ask you
same.
a question.
I feel
Nah,
like
listen,
That's a
I
life
think-
decision.
That's
Listen,
a
I tend. Hold on, man. I
There's
tend
a
to be
lot of
progressive on this.
life decisions. I mean, I don't know.
I tend to be progressive on the issue, but I think. Let me ask you a question. Is it? I mean, the 12 thing is a little weird for me. If she was 14, would it be different?
no.
if he was 14, I think
It'd be
it would
closer.
I think it'd be a little bit different. because-
Closer, but no.
Yeah, because like when you're in high school, you really find out who you are. I feel like.
Yeah,
I feel like
I think that's fine.
really-
I think in high school you'll start fucking around and doing weird
Yeah.
shit regardless, and
Bro.
you'll land on some shit.
See, this the
but-
thing, bro. You can't. Dwayne
12,
Wade
nigga,
ain't-
that's elementary
ain't-
school.
Dwayne Wade ain't taught this boy how to be a man yet. Like you can't say I don't want to be a man and you ain't even attempted to be a man. Like I just don't
Yeah.
want to be a man. This does.
Yeah, nigga, lazy.
How you waking up in the mirror like
Right, you don't
I
think-
want to
hold
be
on,
in this man
Hold on.
body.
You don't
Like,
think you can identify more with the feminine side of yourself?
bro? But what do he?
But they
want
have
to
a term
What
for
do he
that.
want
don't
to
they?
make
I
him
don't
more
think
feminine?
y'all gonna get it because y'all a men. Y'all not gonna understand it.
What's the problem with being
Man,
men,
hold
bro?
I'm a man.
Well, I
I'm a
mean, y'all
man,
just
man, and I
said-
get
Well,
it.
Why,
it's not
why is
I
that
get
an
it, though.
issue though? Why is that an
It's
issue to
not.
be a man? Like why is
No,
that
it's
not
an
what it
issue.
is?
It's not an issue.
No, I'm
I was
saying why is that a reason to say, oh, that's why we can't identify with it?
Well, I mean, I really feel like y'all just genuinely can't identify with it. Like y'all just like
Hold
I
on.
you
think there's
can't
something
think
wrong
with
with
a
that boy.
transgender's mind.
Cindy, I am a man, and I get it. Like,
I just feel like I feel like it's a child. Like you shouldn't be doing none of this with a child. Like shit, children are innocent. Like I just feel like this is like honestly, I feel like they pushing him. Now they found out that he feel like he gay or whatever the case may be. I feel like they pushing it.
trans.
Whatever. I feel like they pushing him, pushing it a little bit more now. Like that shit. Like to me, it's just crazy.
Let me ask you a
I
question.
do think their
I'm
money
surprised.
and ability to I think their money and ability to shelter him, to give him whatever he needs
like that's
outside of
the
that
safest
is
way.
pushing them to be able to do that. Yeah.
Y'all don't
Let
think
me
that's
ask
like the safest way though? Y'all don't
No.
think
Well,
that's the
I
safest
feel
way?
like hold on. That's what I'm about to ask. Do y'all think that if they were to prevent him, how would that affect him as an adult?
I don't think they should.
Oh,
prevent him.
her.
I don't think they should prevent him, but at the same
say
time,
for
I
them.
think they should reserve judgment until he can really make it.
Yeah, tell him wait a little bit,
12
bro.
years old, bro. You don't even know how the world works. Like you legit don't know how the world works. Like you're a child.
That conversation
You're a
should have
literal
been
child.
that conversation could have been. You can call him Zaya if you want to be called Zaya. I get it. We're here to support you. However, me and Gabrielle, I think Gabrielle has a big part of this too. Me and Gabrielle, I'll go to support you, but we need you to wait a couple more years to
Yeah,
get a little
exactly.
more
That's
under
all-
your belt to
that's
make
all
sure
I'm
this is what you're
saying.
doing.
You see,
But you're
Cindy,
not
that's
going to
all
come
we
to tell
saying.
me at 12 years
No,
old
I
that you
get
know
it.
what you're doing.
That's all we say. I'm not saying. If my son, I got a son. If my son decided he was gay in high school, I would be okay with that. I would 100% be okay with that because I know he went
Trans.
and he's a little bit older. Well, whatever
No,
the case
you
may
already
be,
said.
he's a little bit older and right, and he's been on this earth for a while, so he feel like he can make an informed decision. But at 12 years old, can you honestly make a decision that's gonna change the rest of your life? You can't make no other decisions at 12 that's gonna change your life. You can't drink, you can't smoke, you can't have sex.
You can have
But you
sex and get a girl pregnant.
But
All right,
I
well,
mean,
let him give that a try and see what the fuck.
typically you're not
gonna do.
supposed to be doing that at 12 years old is what I'm saying. So I just feel like if it was a decision, if everything else, all these other decisions, you got to be a certain age to make. I feel like, hey man, then do the same with that. Like, come on now, that's a 12-year-old little
Ain't no
boy,
way.
girl.
I
Whatever.
think I agree with you. I feel like there should be some stipulations on it though, like you know what I mean, just to protect her or whatever. But I feel like I don't know. I feel like this best case scenario for like a transgender person, like having two parents to
agree.
support you, having the money, having all that stuff. Like I feel like that's
Yeah,
like
it
best case
is.
scenario.
But what if
Because
you
a lot of
kids
people
don't want to be transgender no more?
Well, I
Like,
think
Well,
it's
I mean, I
I
don't
think
think he
I
should
think it's
start
too
the
early for
hormone
hormone treatment.
process.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's too early for hormone treatment.
Yeah. So if it's too early for hormone treatment, it's too early for this.
exactly.
The idea
No
that they're
point.
doing all of
Because he
that
can at
and they
least
have the
change
money
his mind without the hormone treatment. You know what I'm saying? Like if he
If-
decides this is not
It's not
Listen,
irreversible.
whatever
It's not
age,
irreversible.
whatever age kids get to make these decisions is the same age. Whoever fucking with R. Kelly needs to be ignored. So if
yeah.
it's 12, if it's 12 years
He's
old,
dragging it-
if
he's
it's 12
dragging
years,
it
I'm
R.
not dragging
Kelly
shit.
shit,
If
bro.
it's 12 years
He's
old,
dragging, bro.
let my nigga R. Kelly out of jail, support his music.
Bro,
Period.
y'all honestly don't see the hypocrisy.
You gotta
in it, though?
chill, bro.
That's a
Y'all don't-
yeah, bro.
y'all-
Stop
y'all
it.
don't see the
Stop
hypocrisy
it.
in it?
This
Bro,
goes back to that same. This
here's
goes back
why.
to that same
Here's
shit
why.
about
No,
how
no,
we
no.
supporting
Hold
white
on, hold on.
white gay
Listen,
shit
you're
because white men be gay
you're
as fuck.
Nah, bro. You're comparing an illegal act between an adult, a grown ass man.
No, only
with
because
sex-
no,
It's illegal because you
it's
said
illegal
it's
because
illegal,
they
and it's
deem
not
that
illegal.
age
Like,
is too young
it's
for them to make
illegal.
that decision.
They
But
made
them
that
hoes
decision.
knew what the fuck
But
they
they
was
said-
doing. Stop
But they
it,
saying
bro.
this little 12-year-old boy can make certain decisions, but this
Fuck outta
14-year-old
here.
can't decide to have sex with somebody. Like, I just don't understand it. I
In
don't
the
get it.
case of the illegal act, who's committing the crime? The adult.
Okay,
Right.
so
Nigga.
but who's committing it? Boy, they doing this.
Who's
boy
making the
wrong. They
decision,
committing
bro?
the crime, bro.
Fuck
They-
outta
they
here.
just- Nah, bro, they doing the same thing. I don't see no difference, honestly. I see one.
Nah.
I see one made illegal because somebody said it was illegal, and I'm not saying it's right to be out here tapping 14-year-old. I don't get down like that.
I
My
don't trust you
girl
no more.
My girl 28.
Don't trust me
You know
then,
what I'm
nigga. R. Kelly be
For
free.
the
If Zaya,
record, she's 28. Everybody, for the record.
My girl
if Zaya,
28.
if
you
Zaya
sure?
can make a
You sure
decision
she
at 12,
All I'm saying is, my bro, like, you can't tell kids, hey, if you want to be a girl, you could start at 12. But what if I want to have sex? Nah, you gotta wait till 18. What if I want to drink? You gotta wait till 21 for that. Like, that don't make sense to me. Like, that's
Those
all
things
shit.
have higher consequences than when
Why
you're
does
a
it?
girl.
sure do.
The idea that you can't work until you're 16 with the work
Right,
permit
but you
is
can be-
like,
you can
but
pop
you
your
can
whole
change
off.
your whole agenda. It's
Crazy,
ridiculous.
bro.
Like,
Hey, what about this? Do y'all think that Gabrielle Union is really pushing this on I'm forgetting his name. So he's pushing this because of the cheating, because of the baby outside of the thing. I think she is like all
I didn't
into
know
this.
anything about that.
I think she is all into this because this nigga cheated on her, had a baby out or whatever. She acted like she was all over it, but she's hella like, look, nigga, take this.
Hold on,
Take
nah.
this.
That's a different level of evil because that now you saying
Okay,
like,
women are fucking evil, bro.
Alright,
fuck?
Cindy, push back, Cindy, push back, son.
Damn,
I'm gonna push
Judge.
back.
Women are evil, cuz. Stop it.
No. Some of them are evil.
go.
Like,
Yeah, some of them.
some of them.
I give you that. Some of them are evil.
A vast
That's
majority.
Some men are evil. Some men are evil. Some men
Yeah.
are obviously.
People are evil. Stop out of here. I wouldn't put that shit past her.
So
She
you
in
think
her head
that-
laughing like shit.
Why
Hold on. So you think she thinks she's
I'm saying I wouldn't put it past her.
affecting this child's life in your perspective in a negative way just to torment her.
Yes.
That's
Did
the
you
child
see
that
that video of that mom who cut off the daughter's braids because her father went and got her hair done?
That shit was tragic. That shit
The
was
fuck,
tragic.
man? These women are crazy.
Tragic. That shit was tragic. That shit was tragic. Nah,
I
some
wouldn't
shit that
go as
video was
far as
tragic.
say I wouldn't go as far as to say what George is saying, but I mean, I think honestly, I think it's the other way around. I think did y'all see Dwayne Wade last night? Like, he just looked
Hey,
like
you look wild
He-
as shit.
He
You look wild as
He was
shit,
giving
bro.
vibes, bro. He was definitely
he
giving
looked like he
vibes.
got some of them
Yeah, he
vibes.
look wild.
Honestly, I feel like he
Living through his son.
his son.
He living through his
Yeah.
son.
I feel like that's
I
what
think
he's
people
saying.
been saying that
We
forever.
finally agree.
People been saying that shit forever, bro.
Bro, think about it, like,
bro. We agree on
think
that,
about it,
bro.
bro. What grown man? Like, we all talking right here. Like, honestly, I get the
People
y'all
been saying that
respect
shit
him,
for a
and I get
minute.
that y'all. I get that Darius, you agree or whatever, that you respect it or whatever. But what black father did you know would be the same way?
Well, he's a progressive black father.
No.
That's
no.
not progressive, bro. That's not
He like-
progressive.
He like, yo,
That's
I've
not
been in the
progressive,
club all
bro.
my life. I'm gonna make sure my son come
Quote
out
unquote progressive.
as
Quote
early as
unquote.
possible. No, he gay, bro. He's funny.
That is gay, bro.
He said he's fun.
Oh
Fun
my
boy.
god.
Fun boy. He's a fun boy.
Fun boy. He's a fun boy. Now let's go to the next topic because we killing this.
Yeah, we dragging the shit out of this thing. All right,
Get a minute.
yeah,
Can I
we-
get a minute?
so let's go ahead and move. Oh, you want? No, go ahead. No, you got it. You got it. Doc.
Get a quick minute. I'm not even gonna say half of what I was gonna say because y'all already done moved. Y'all funny. There's no way. If a person, I wanted to ask a question real quick before I say what I was going to say. Just one quick question. when y'all mention the idea of hormone therapy, what are y'all saying that they're actually doing? Are they giving them hormone therapy to become more of a woman?
Yeah,
Is that what
they
y'all?
get
Yeah,
they give them like
Yeah.
estrogen and other
That's
stuff.
They're
they
doing
grow
Listen,
that.
breasts. They grow breasts and stuff like that.
yeah.
listen to this.
They are doing that.
I
Like,
need I,
Yeah,
I
they
need y'all to
doing that.
understand
No,
something.
they're not doing that right now.
I
oh,
need
okay.
y'all to understand something. First off, like I said, I'm not gonna say everything, but I do need a quick minute. The idea of hormone therapy is already going on. So on a mass scale.
Why
So
you
the
trying to be
full
so woke right now, bro?
because this
I
this
know
is
where
a
you going with this.
Yeah, I
I
know
know
they're
where
going
you
too.
going with
That's,
this.
that's why I don't fuck
this
with
is a
certain
part
shit
of the
already.
conversation. Exactly. But the fact that we notice, I just need to kind of mention the idea that there are certain things going on with the general population that has already been occurring for the last 20, 30, 40 years is creating situations like what we're talking about. Dwayne Wade is a product of that. His father was probably at the towards the end of his life, and his mother towards the end of their life, a product of that. So we're talking about multi generational hormone therapy. So the idea that you have the money and whatever to give him hormone therapy towards being more of a woman, you could do that and give him testosterone hormone therapy, and we wouldn't be having this conversation. The idea that he's 12 years old and you're allowing him to make a decision that's going to affect him for the rest of his life, and you think that that's okay. Like there's nothing progressive about that within the idea of humanity, within the idea of him being born a male. Like anybody, and I feel like this is going to touch a few nerves, but anybody who believes in, a higher power in that sense, you're smacking him in the face. Like, because he birthed you a certain way. And now you're saying your decision to make something different is higher than that. Like, come on, be realistic.
I
Yeah,
mean,
I
even
concur
yeah,
Just be real.
100%. Especially if you
with that
religious.
last part.
It's be real. There's absolutely no way that you could say, especially at 12, you haven't experienced anything. And then you're talking about being rich. You're talking about having the means to not have to struggle for nothing. And not like how we were talking about earlier, having to walk to the store and, doing all of the quote unquote things that
Is that
make
his
you
real son, or is he
a person.
adopted?
Yeah, that's his real son.
Even since he lives a sheltered,
From
get
before
whatever
Gabriel.
you need at your doorstep, at your feet lifestyle,
Mhm.
and we're wondering why he's not more masculine. It's like, what situations is he in that makes him masculine? It's school, as in general, the current education system is built for women. That is just the case. Like, that's why you have him in that job. It's not a masculine environment. So if all you're doing is going to school and then coming home to a sheltered environment, you're gonna
How do y'all know he's sheltered?
What the fuck? It's because he's rich. Because he can do this. He can come out and be like, "Oh, I'm Zaya." What the fuck you talking about, you Zaya? That's what the fuck we're happening in an unsheltered household.
There's
Not
no
wasting
way.
time with Zaya, nigga. Go buy some fucking pants.
There's no,
Nigga said go buy some pants.
there's
Fellas,
Yeah,
no way.
nigga.
fellas,
Nigga
fellas,
said
fellas,
go
let's,
buy some pants.
let's move on. Let's move on.
Silly,
All right,
bro.
I
man.
just needed
All right, and
Shit.
I appreciate all the thoughts on that topic.
Yes,
Let's
sir.
move on to a man's perspective. These are two questions that we got from
Yeah.
females wanting to hear a man's perspective on these particular issues. I'm gonna go ahead and pass it to Cindy for the first question.
All right, so these are the questions. The first one is, if you're in a relationship, hold on, wait, what is this? Okay, if you're in a relationship, is it normal to be attracted to other people?
And follow up with
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And the follow-up question was, what's the difference between seeing a person as attractive and actually being attracted?
mhm.
Mm.
I'll tune in first. Um, you know, I think there's a difference between me seeing a woman and going, damn, she look good as shit, and just moving on. She's beautiful. You know what I mean? I think that's finding a person attractive, right? And then I think when you get, damn, she look good as shit. One was like the smash shawty. I think that you're attracted at that point. I mean, I get it. They're the same word, but I think it carries a different energy between the two. Personally, that's what I feel. So I mean, I think when you're in a relationship, you're obviously. I think so. You're obviously gonna find other people attractive because the world is filled with attractive people to your taste. So that's gonna be the case. But I think wherever you allow your brain to go when you see them, I think that defines the difference between attracted and attractive.
I think I don't think I think when you say like no homo, I'm about to say no homo again. When you say
Oh
that
shit, he
somebody
coming out. He coming
because
out,
no,
fellas.
listen,
Come out the
listen,
closet. I knew it.
you
Oh,
need,
do it, bro. I'm so proud of
Sips
you.
tea.
I'm so
you
proud
need
of you, bro. I'm
you
so
need to
proud of
come
you,
out
bro.
that hat. That's what you need to do. But look, I'm saying like finding somebody attractive or thinking somebody's attractive is not like a male or female thing. Like no homo. Like you could look at your man and be like, oh yeah, you the bitch is gonna be all on you, bro. You know your man. You know
Whoa,
your man. Look, I'm
whoa,
not saying. See,
Yeah.
you taking
Please
it
let
too.
him finish.
You taking it too.
whoa.
Look, he taking it too deep. He taking it too deep. He don't got friends. Like,
He like,
but
damn,
listen,
damn,
you know,
damn.
like you know.
He be like, hey, Ty, do you be like, damn, dog, fine as shit.
I'm like, damn, bro, look at you. It's like, nah, literally, don't for real though. Like, but not for real
Hold
though.
up, bro.
No, George, I'm joking, George. If we all going out, bro,
If you
if we
going
all,
Nah,
out,
you be like, I know what you mean. I'm
Your
slicing it. I know what you mean.
man
I'm
if
died.
we
slicing
all going out, and
Like
I know
shit.
all my niggas look, I know all my niggas look fly. I know all
it.
them
Look
gonna
flat
get.
out. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, bro, like
Oh,
it's been times
he's
I've
like,
been
oh,
at the
we
go
didn't get
go.
bitch gang tonight.
Yeah, like it's been
Yeah.
times I've been at the go and I talk to her. My man be like, that girl bad as shit. I go over to talk to him for her. I be like, hey, my man holler at. She be like, oh, he ugly or something. I be like, bro, you trying to think my man not attractive? Like my man get all the bitches. Like what's wrong with you? So you can know if your man get bitches. Like you know. But when you have like when you attracted to somebody, that means like you want to get down.
You want to win.
You hear me?
You want to
You hear me?
like
That's
you
what I
said,
think
there is like you want to get some cheeks and shit. Like that's
too. Or at
that's a
least
whole different-
your brain is going there at a bare minimum.
exactly.
I feel like
It's
you can
almost
be attracted to somebody and still want to fuck them, but maybe not
Yeah.
like want to. Is that literally what attraction is? Like wanting to fuck somebody?
no.
Nah,
I
I think
think
it's
attraction is just being
just-
drawn to somebody or liking the way, liking their whole
I
aura.
mean,
Right.
it's whatever y'all want to do with the
Well,
words.
just making sure. Okay.
Yeah, it's what George said too.
Whatever y'all want to do with the words, you know, they got
Because
little
you can
boys
find
out here
anybody in the
going,
world.
thinking they
But
know
is it
girls.
normal
so.
though? That's the question. Is it normal to be attracted to other people?
Oh,
in a
yeah.
relationship.
Oh yeah, come on now.
Not
Like,
attracted, but to find other people attractive. It's
But that's not
normal
the
Like-
question.
Yeah, it's perfectly fine. Like me and Doc always say, we need to be in polygamous relationships, period. Because you're always going to find something else that you want. Okay? So why don't you just have it all in one relationship?
So
So you ain't no damn problem. Huh? How about it?
So the-
I mean, what's the problem?
So the question is attracted. Like
Yeah. Are you? Is it normal to be attracted to other
No,
people?
I don't think it's normal. I don't think it's normal. 'Cause
Why
I think,
not?
I think being attracted means you want to do something with somebody. But like if it's like somebody that's a superstar you never going to see, like me, I'm attracted to Tiana Taylor and I have a girl. But that's not going to interfere with my relationship. That's not. I'm never going to get Tiana Taylor cheats. And my girl knows. I
Hey,
like
but
Tiana.
what if she put up on you though?
Hey man, my girl knows I like Tiana Taylor. I didn't already told
I
her.
mean,
man.
What the hell does that
I
mean?
mean,
She knows I'm
I mean-
attracted. The thing is, y'all. The question is it okay to be attracted to somebody?
nah,
My
fuck
girl
all that.
knows
I'm on this question. Nah, hold on. If she pull up on you, what you gonna do?
I'm gonna be like, hey,
What's
babe,
next?
listen. I'm be like,
Huh?
hey, my girl. Hey, look, my girl like her too. So
Oh,
threesome.
threesome.
you know what I'm talking about.
I'm
I'm
saying.
be on,
Polyamorous
my doc
relationship.
shit. I'm gonna be on my doc shit.
I got a question.
Polyamorous relationships.
I have a question. So, so if your girl, this is a guy question. If all right, if your girl's attracted to somebody else and she like says it in front of you, like that, is that offensive to you?
My girl told me yesterday. She
Girls do
said,
that shit all the time.
"That's not the baby. That's my baby." And you know what I said? I said, "Oh, that's your boo, huh?" I don't give a damn.
I'm
That's
talking
a
about a
rich
regular
nigga.
person.
Hold on. Yeah, I'm about to say
I'm
because
not
what if she had
talking about
access
regular-
to him?
Yeah, person you have access to,
Hey,
a regular
man,
person.
It is. See, okay. I can't
that
speak
offensive?
I can't speak on my girl because I know my girl. She don't really like dudes too much. Like she started like that's not her thing. But I could see as a yeah.
Don't even
She
make
don't,
sense.
she don't really like dudes too much. Like I'm one of the only dudes she like. Like she deal with females before me, so I can't really speak on my girl because like she won't never look at a dude and be like, oh he damn. She'll look at a girl and say that, and I'll be like, yeah, me too.
Hey, you know what's wild though? You would
Yeah.
though.
She fine as shit.
Is that a supreme? Is that a supreme hat, sir?
Here we go.
So what's the word, sir?
Carry
You
on,
wanna-
sir. Carry
you
on.
wanna
Carry
keep
on,
on?
sir. Carry on, sir. Carry on, sir.
But yeah, I think that's kind of. I mean, I think that's kind of disrespectful. I wouldn't do that in front of my girl though. I wouldn't be like, damn, she fat as shit. So I wouldn't expect my girl to do
You
that.
think that's
to a
disrespectful?
dude. Yeah, I mean, why would I say that in front of my girl?
I don't think
That
that's
don't make sense.
disrespectful.
I don't think so.
Walking with your girl saying, "Damn, that girl fat as shit." Like
If
out of
she ain't
nowhere.
saying
I think
first,
transparency.
I would-
transparency.
Again,
is
that's
good.
the difference between those two words that we're talking about right now, though. So it's like
Yeah,
to say somebody fat as shit, it'd be like, okay, yeah, that's attractive, but that don't necessarily mean shit. But then once somebody say like, okay, like,
No, you right.
what I want to do with this person or whatever
Yeah.
the case may be, then that's that other side.
Now
where
I'm not
like,
saying. Listen,
I feel like
you
there's,
right. Y'all
there's a
100%.
line that gets crossed.
Yeah, but y'all 100% right. I'm just saying, me personally, I feel like it's disrespectful.
I would say I would probably phrase it differently. You know,
Yeah.
if I'm with my girl, I'm be like, you think she cute? And she be like, yeah, I think she cute. I'm like, yeah, I think she cute too. And then we keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? That's
But
it.
why do it matter though? If it's just like, oh, you look over and you see a fat ass, it's like,
Yeah,
hey man,
like,
you don't gotta say
yeah.
oh damn every time. Like it's just what it is,
So
bro.
first of all,
Like, it's not
my
that
girl,
serious, bro.
my girl know I prefer the petite. So if I see a fat ass, I'm just admiring it for its shape. You know what I'm saying? I definitely
Man.
don't want to smash.
Yeah, I
So,
mean,
so.
I don't
do that.
Anyways,
Don't do that.
let some fat ass walk by me and I'm with my girl. But I'm about to whoo. I'm about to, whoo.
I am here.
It's on, bro.
Let's go.
Fucking on, cuz.
Yeah. Man,
Going back to
George
my
going
natural
crazy.
instincts.
George, that's great. Say George going crazy.
Natural instincts.
All right,
bro.
that's cool. Did everybody answer that question?
Yeah,
Doc ain't answer.
Doc ain't answer.
Yeah, Doc on it.
Y'all said the same things. Like attractive versus attractive is just like attractive is what you like to see. Attractive is like you're drawn
What
to
you like
that
to hit.
person. Like you're gonna.
There we
I
go.
wouldn't necessarily
Look,
say. I wouldn't
Nah.
necessarily say.
You hit it on the head. You hit it on the head. You did the definition.
Nah, bro, because
Attractive is
you know how
what you like, and attractive is what you want to
you
hit.
know niggas' minds go there, but like they see a bad joint, you can say, oh, she's just beautiful and keep it moving, or you can be like, damn, I wonder what it's like.
All right, so then I gotta go like how Ty did in terms of personally speaking. Like that's not always the case. Like I'm attracted to like ambition and that type of thing. Being able to pull moves with you and all of that. Like that's a whole.
Okay.
It's a little
It
deeper.
is what it is.
It's a little deeper.
That's what I'm attracted to. You know what I'm saying? If I could pull moves with you, if I could see myself making some money with you, if I could see myself, you know what I'm saying, out in public places and being able to have experiences which you can give me new perspective, that type of thing. That's what I'm attracted to outside of having sex with somebody. So that's why I gave the definition that I gave. But I'm with you.
I think you should be able to be transparent in your relationship, though. Like, if you find somebody, or if you're actually attracted to this person, like, you should be able to say that, because I feel like the keeping it in part and the like keeping it a secret part is what kind of births like fuckery. You know what I'm saying?
But
the follow up on it is the fuckery.
Yeah.
But
Well,
this
I
is
mean,
the thing, though. Y'all realize
it's still disrespectful though to a certain degree to say certain things though. Like I feel like even if you have certain thoughts, like I understand the transparency concept, but then it's like at the same time, like you wouldn't.
It might be detrimental to the relationship if you're too transparent.
I think females don't like y'all don't understand how many women. I think women like underestimate how many women we see every day. We be like, damn, she fat as shit. If I told you every female I found fat as shit, you would literally probably break up with. Like if Darius told you every female, and I'm not just saying just Darius, I'm saying any man.
Yeah.
Like if he told you every female on Instagram, on Facebook, outside, every female he's seen that he thought was like, oh, all right, she kind of attractive. Like you wouldn't want to hear that shit. Believe me.
Sometimes you forget it's the same thing you saw the other day.
Darius, keep it 100. Darius, look.
Sometimes you forget it's the same chick from the other day too.
Exactly right. That's what I'm saying. Like so for us, just to, like we find a lot of shit attractive. Like y'all just don't know. We just keep it to ourselves.
Until we start beating on our chest, you ain't got nothing to worry about.
Yeah, exactly. Like George said, until we start like beating on our chest, like we trying to go get that, then you good. Like I look at bad jokes every day, and I'm like, whatever.
Fellas and lady, let's move on to the next question.
Okay, next question is.
She thought about this one. Hold up.
She's gonna knock that nigga hat off when we get off.
Whoa.
Listen.
Whoa, I don't know where you're speaking of.
Guys, listen. All right, so how do you know you love a girl versus like a girl? Like, what is that?
I want to go first.
How do you know?
Oh my God, no, nigga, you ain't going first. Fuck out of here.
Nah, don't go first.
Darius
Let me
can't go
get
first.
hold on, let me get
Nah,
comfortable.
Darius, you went
And
first for
let
the
Doc
last
go
one. Let me
first.
go first. Let me go
Doc go
first.
Yeah,
Yeah, let Doc go first. Doc,
good.
go
Yeah,
first.
yeah.
Yo,
It's not me
you
forgetting to
always
go
go
sometimes.
last.
Yeah, Doc be going last like shit every
Yeah,
time.
he
Why you
be
go last
finessing.
every time, Doc?
That nigga
He like
using
he's a closer.
he
Doc,
getting all that.
Doc
get
about
all
to come with
shit.
the Doc about to come with
Summarize.
Doc about to come with love as a concept.
Right.
Black love. It's in your melanin. It comes
Concept.
from space.
That was
It
created.
comes from space.
Now
It's in
listen.
your melanin.
Right. He gonna be like, "Are
Yeah,
y'all done?
how do you know? Like
Are
what's the
y'all done?
moment?
Yeah, funny as shit. I think the whole concept is just self-sacrifice. If you're ready to compromise and do all of these types of things, then that's more of a love concept versus like the attracted concept where you just like somebody, you just like you like what you see, you like what you hear, etc., etc. But once you're ready to compromise or you're ready to self-sacrifice in that way, or you feel more or less responsible for an aspect of that person, then it leans more into the love concept. That's it. That's all.
Simple. Very nice. Now I go.
Nah, bro, you go last.
Let me
Nah,
go.
you
I
close.
went
Nigga,
first.
you
Go
last.
ahead, George. George, go ahead,
They keep
George.
pushing
All right,
that
bro.
man to the
I'll be
back
honest
of
with
the
you.
line.
I don't fucking
Right.
know anymore, bro. I don't fucking know
But you
anymore.
gotta be last.
I don't fucking
Honest.
know no more, y'all.
Honest.
I used to think I knew. Fuck it. Fuck this whole thing, bro.
Wait, why though?
Yo,
Next jump.
counseling.
Next jump I mess with, bro. I'm just knocking it up. Period. I'm giving
Oh
fuck.
wow.
I'm not. I'm just shooting shots.
No.
I'm just shooting shots. I'm 28.
No.
I'll be 29 in April. Wasting time, bro. Need some kids. I'm just knocking up
man.
whatever I'm with, bro.
Hey, hey, look,
Hey,
Bro, you
hey,
come
look.
to hold
I
on.
feel
Side
like-
note, come to DC in April, bro.
I am
No,
coming
no,
to DC
no,
in
no.
April. I'm coming the week of my birthday.
Listen,
I get my license.
George.
Let's go.
Where's your
Let's
birthday,
go,
George?
bro. Let's go,
George.
bro.
No, let George do his thing because George is a man who got his shit together and he grown, he's successful. If he wanna have kids, let that man have kids.
Yeah, man.
But once you get a little too old, you ain't gonna be wanting to put up with it. I'm telling you right now, kids.
I won't put it up right now.
Shit with them, and you at the right age to deal with that bullshit. Don't get
kids.
For real, that's crazy. That's crazy. But I'm gonna go ahead and answer the question real quick. So that's crazy.
I'm next.
Anyways,
I'm next.
so
You're
look,
last. So this is what I feel like. So what was the question again, Cindy? Miss Cindy, can I have that question again,
Oh,
please?
the question is, how do you know you love a girl versus like her?
I'm gonna be 100% honest with y'all. I'm not gonna lie with y'all. We don't know. We 100% don't know. That's why we get in so many fucked up relationships. I'm gonna keep it real with you. Niggas think they love people and they be lusting. And the thing is, lust, like, bro, it's so close you can hardly tell the difference. I was with somebody for 2 Exactly. I was with somebody for 2 years. I was with somebody for 2 years and I only lusted them and I thought I loved them until the day that I got up and left this girl and went to my mom's house. Like I was like moved out, like in the middle of the night. I got on my shit.
I love that added information.
Yeah.
from
You were
mom's house is where I
infatuated for
went.
2 years?
For 2 years, bro. 2 years thinking I love this girl, but it's like just the situation was. It's just everything else you can love. You can love the situation. You can love this apartment. I love the job I had. I love this. I love that. But I didn't love her. And I thought me loving everything else meant that I loved her. You know what I mean? But it's certain things that you would do to people you don't love that you won't do to people that you
Message.
love. And that's how I kind of figured it out. You know what I mean? And I'm
I
gonna
did
be
that
real.
same
Like,
shit for 4 years, nigga. I did that same shit for 4 years.
I was out here cheating and everything.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I was out here cheating on her and everything, and I thought I was in love with this girl. I'm like, man, I feel bad for cheating, but in my heart, I really did.
One of those things is not like the
So
other.
as he backs it up, he's like, oh
like
shit. Since I didn't love her, it's actually not that bad.
No, but I mean, but this is the thing though. I found out she was in my house while I was at work doing the same thing. So in the long run,
then.
Exactly. So in the long run, we didn't love each other. But we kept trying to work on. We kept trying to make it, stay together, and we kept butting heads and kept arguing and shit. We'd be fighting. It was just toxic, and it's like, yo, I don't love you like I think I do. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And my current girl, like, I ain't never had none of those problems. I ain't never cheated on. We ain't never fist fought. None of that shit that happened with this girl. So that's how I know I love my current girl. Like, I would stay in the house and not go to the club just to be with my girl. Like, I would never do that with anybody.
Honestly, bro, I'm gonna be honest, bro. I honestly don't think like your fro allows you to go to the club. I think it's preventing you from going to the club. So, that's what I honestly believe, bro.
What about when you go to the club and they say no caps?
No cap.
No caps, no hoodies.
No cap, no hoodie.
My man gonna be sick. Think about that nigga got
let me
weapons of
let
mass
me
destruction in his head. Go ahead, bro. It's your
let
turn.
me
It's
answer.
gonna be like that last song from Love and Basketball when you take that joint off. When she realized she ain't winning.
Right.
Nigga beat her shit in basketball. Hey, look though, this is what I think about it. For me, I'm only gonna speak for me personally. I've been married before, for
You
3
remember?
years, and yeah, the thing about it is I think I have a good handle on discernment when it comes to like and love, particularly because I've been married, and I think that infatuation is really strong. You can conflate it with love. It's strong feelings of adoration. Um, you want to be with this person all the time. Y'all want to have sex all the time. Y'all want to be together. But I think when you truly love someone, it goes to a level like Doc said of self-sacrifice, right? Like when I'm genuinely in love with you, I want nothing but the best for you, period. And that might mean even not with me. Like I genuinely love you, right? I want to be with you. That might like I'm here for your happiness, like period. And I
But do
think
both
that
sides gotta sacrifice though? Or are you saying when you
absolutely.
sacrificing, that means you're in love, but if both not doing it, then what?
Both sides. I think that a lot of relationships are imbalanced and codependent.
Yeah, that's why I'm single, bro.
One person is looking for happiness than others.
Fuck it.
Where one person is. I think it's very dangerous for you to rely on your happiness from a fallible human being. I think that's very dangerous. So I think like if you go into a dating situation, a situationship, whatever you want to call it, with a genuine awareness of infatuation, I think you're entering into a relationship with a solid foundation. You have an understanding of what infatuation is. You know it can last 6 months to a year, and in Ty's case, 2 years. You
Shit, longer
understand
than
it,
that.
right?
He said,
Yeah.
Hey
But
man.
nah, like when you go in with the understanding of what infatuation is, you can discern between the difference between infatuation, lust, and love, right? When you love someone, you do whatever it takes to make them happy, right? No matter what that is. Um, I don't know.
I think, but
I think being married. Hold on. I think being married maybe because that official document, the process you have to go to get a divorce, it really makes you think about relationships differently. When you say I do, it feels like forever. I mean, when you say I do, you feel that shit. So I said I do before. So like I've only been in two relationships since my marriage, and one was short lived, and one I'm in now. So so I was looking at Ty face. But I
you
think
said one? What you counting by twos?
I said two, nigga.
You count by
Anyways,
two. He count by two.
nah, but real
Yeah.
live, like after getting into my marriage, the first thing I wanted to do with anybody I dated was date for 6 months to a year before we make anything official. Because I think that it takes time for you to know someone on a real level. Because like subconsciously, you guys are both putting a mask on, trying to present your best foot forward.
That's
You know
dope.
what I mean? And that's just natural. It's not even like intentional. It's just natural. So I think like 6 months to a year, especially if you don't know this person and y'all wasn't friends before, is a good amount of time for you to put that mask down and you see what this person really is and see who they really are. And then you can decide, you know what, like we should just be friends. Or like, you know what, I really fuck with you.
Honestly,
Huh?
I
I
think
feel like
that mask is bullshit. I think less people need to be out here with their mask on and just.
but like he said, it's not even
beginning.
intentional. It's like
It's not
when you meet
intentional, bro.
somebody, you try to give
You
them the
just
best
want to
person.
be,
It's
yeah,
intentional.
trying to give them the
It's
best.
very intentional.
No, bro.
You think? Nah, I
Very
don't think so,
intentional.
bro. I don't think so, bro.
I think
Because
to
I
some
listen,
think
degree.
I think it's
To some
I think
degree.
it's because you're operating from a concept of defenses versus
Wow.
offense. Like
That's
you're
facts.
just gonna.
how is that not
I just feel
offense?
like
No, but that's defense. That's defense. You defending
it's
yourself. Like,
defense
you kind of
mechanisms.
like you
You're
defending your real
defending
self
your
against.
authentic
Yeah, you
self
kind of like you defending
against
your authentic self
criticism.
against them. Yeah,
That's
basically.
ridiculous.
No,
Like I feel like that's a ridiculous
you
concept.
just nah. I think you just really want to win this person over.
But that would be.
When
But
you win them,
that kind of
but if
proves the
you were
point,
your
though.
authentic, that proves my point.
That kind of proves
If
the
you were
point.
authentic from the beginning, you wouldn't we wouldn't even be having this type of question. Like
Yeah,
Okay, I feel what you're saying. I feel what you're
yeah,
saying.
like
yeah.
just
He
be
said if you go
authentic
on
from
there
the beginning.
100% and be yourself, like it's no reason for 6 months later for you to be like,
For six
oh,
months
this is
later,
really me.
like,
I mean, let's
or
be
even
good.
to have a conversation. Like if you're authentic from the very beginning and that's who you are, that's who you're gonna be throughout the whole way. It don't take you 6 months to figure out anything. It like
Doc, but Doc, be honest. Like living in the reality of 2020 and the culture that we live in now, you have to do that, bro, because
no,
people
you
are.
don't.
Well, I'm gonna say with most people dating, bro, that tends to be the typical situation.
I'm gonna say this.
I
want to say
don't
this
feel
real
like it
quick.
has to be the case though. I just feel
I
like
think
that
about that.
people have defense mechanisms that they keep up and they operate behind their defense mechanisms because they're trying to protect themselves from, like I said, from criticism. When you could just fully accept yourself and self awareness, and you would have much more. You would have much more positivity and much more, you know, happiness in the
Oh,
short and long term. It's no way that you should be okay with operating behind a mask for a certain amount of time, knowing that you're shielding yourself. Like that's a crazy
And
concept.
my defense
I
mechanism
think
is a
it just
polyamorous relationship. That's my defense
nah.
mechanism.
I think it just gets to a point when you're
And I would
operating
love them
behind that.
both equally.
It gets it gets to a point where you're
yeah,
operating behind that mask, right? You're operating behind this mask, and then you get to a point where you finally feel comfortable, and then you start to be your authentic self. That doesn't mean that while the mask is on, you're not showing glimpses of yourself, which
well,
are true and
You're
genuine.
well,
creating.
However,
You're
I got
creating a
something that
force of
trumps all that. I got something that trumps all that.
It's like Super Saiyan
This is
before
the
actually full Super
listen.
Saiyan.
This is the perfect reason.
Super
This is
Saiyan
the
one.
right. This is the perfect reason. This is the perfect reason why you should be friends before you even get in a relationship.
Can
This
we
is
not.
repeat it one more time? Hold on,
that's
Pastor.
this
Say it one more time, Pastor.
this it's the
Say it one
perfect
more
reason.
time.
Like this right here is the only like this is the one of the perfect reasons why you should be friends first. Because as a friend, me and my girl, I knew my girl since 2010. We just got together in 2017. Like, come on now. Like you gotta be able to be comfortable with that person beyond me trying to look like a nice guy and all that shit.
7
She
years
knew
is a
me.
good number. That's
Yeah,
7 years is a
she
good number, bro.
exactly. Think about it. She knew me when I was wild. You know
That's
what I
crazy. You
mean?
know
So
what's
she
wild about that, bro? I knew my girl for 7 years.
exactly. See, so y'all got a good little build up. See, so y'all not trying to y'all know each other. Y'all could build up y'all relationship. Y'all ain't got to act like this or act like this. You already know. Hey, this motherfucker Darius act like this. I knew him since 2010, 2011, whatever the case may be. But he act like this. So
You
you
can't
know
do.
he act
You don't.
like that.
I'm gonna be honest. You don't do math well. But anyways,
I know
Cindy, does that answer
that
your
was totally.
question?
Too, but I was thinking about I was thinking about when I met my girl for real. For real. I met
I
her like
feel you. I
2000.
feel you.
I
My
met her
bad.
like 2010, 2011 and shit. And like we was friends, and it just kind of slowly progressed into a relationship. And I think with that way, you don't gotta act like you nobody else. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That way, you know for sure that
That
person loves you
and
for you.
Doc. That's why I say 6 months to a year. Just date and be friends. Like just build as build a solid friendship.
Yeah,
With, like think about it. Like you trying to get into a relationship. You don't even know if y'all could be friends, bro. Your
right.
girl supposed to be your best friend.
I
You know
Exactly.
what
think
I'm saying?
people
Like
just start out too shallow. I feel like that people
yeah,
don't
that's true.
have certain conversations. People don't have certain experiences with each other until it be 6 months, like as if 6 months is some arbitrary number. Like you could start off on day one, real as shit, and
Yeah.
have
I
30
got
days
you.
of real as shit.
I
Be
feel you. No,
more
I
real
feel you, bro. I'm not gonna
in a
disagree.
relationship that's
Yeah,
been
I,
two.
yeah.
yeah. I mean, because I think numbers don't matter.
Are they
It's
happy?
always like
It don't.
Time
It don't.
don't matter.
It's just a benchmark.
Oh,
It's just a
realness
benchmark number I set up, bro. It's just a benchmark number. It's
over,
not
Yeah,
any
he loves
particular
six
number.
over
months. That's like
any
a
type of time period.
no.
Like you,
I think 6 months is good for Darius if that's what he feel like he need. You know what I mean?
For
Like I
me
can't argue.
personally,
Yeah,
personally
that's what I was gonna
speaking.
say. I can't argue with nobody's personal
yeah,
numbers. They
nobody
feel like
personal on me. I
yeah,
understand. Just
yeah,
in general, authenticity shouldn't have a time limit on it. You should just start out
Yeah,
that way.
I
right.
agree.
And then if you don't, you
mm,
setting yourself up for a potential failure at the end.
that's a
It's
Facebook
Like
quote right there.
it's a shaky foundation. It's a foundation
very
built on
shit.
sand. It's
That's an
built on
Instagram
sand.
caption. I'm gonna use that as an Instagram caption.
It-
Darius.
That's biblical. That's biblical, nigga.
Say it again,
Anyways,
God, so I can write it down real quick.
Praise God. Praise God.
praise God, praise God, yeah.
Right.
Hey,
Hallelujah.
so Cindy, does that answer your question?
Preach.
Shit. What was it? Oh
The
yeah,
question is
yeah.
how do you know you like a girl versus love a girl?
Well, I mean, yeah, I guess I did answer it. George don't want to answer it though.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this and then move on to my RSO boom. I love
it's
my girl.
it's
I
tough
love
for
my
men.
Amen.
Right. Yeah,
Whoa.
Gang, gang.
it's just tough for
All
men.
right, all right, and let me just say this for the records, fellas, while we on here. We going over a little bit because we've been really in depth with this podcast. This is a great episode so far. Good job, fellas. Let's move on to the ISO. Boom. All right, this one's a light one again, man. I come with the second week for a light one. So basically, let's say it's Valentine's Day, right? And you have a girl who is Instagram famous. You know, whether that's for branding reasons or she gets stuff for promotional reasons, whatever. She's Instagram famous, and you are a regular Joe. You work a 9 to 5, you make good money, you pay your bills, excellent. And let's say you buy her modest gifts, You make sure she's happy on Valentine's Day, but her Instagram fans are sending her very expensive gifts. They're sending her very expensive gifts. They're sending her Louis Vuitton bags, Christian Dior, Gucci, all that shit. Do you feel? Actually, I should phrase it this way: when she receives those gifts, what's your next move? Is that an issue with you?
Nope.
Do you feel like she should return those? Hold on, nigga. Do you feel like she return those gifts? Um, and does it affect your morale or your pride?
I'm gonna say nope. It
Nope.
don't affect my morale or pride. Because the thing is, if I know my girl in the long run getting all these gifts on Valentine's Day, then I'm just gonna get her less gifts. Like that doesn't bother me. That's not like no specific dude sending her. You know what I mean? Like, oh, this is from Charles. No, it's like a bunch of collective of people that's coming together to send her that shit. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I'm not tripping. It is what it is. I'm just gonna get her less shit. I'm gonna be like, hey, babe, or I may, we may go on a little vacay or something. I may not get her material things just to combat it
Right.
because a nigga on the internet can't take her out. You know what I mean? So,
Can I ask you a question?
yeah,
This is my original answer, boom, but I think it fits well into this scenario. Let's say your girl was short on her rent and you wanted to help her out, but you couldn't because your rent was due. And no, excuse me, she's not short on her car note. It's about to get repossessed. And she says, "Look, I only got one person that can help me. My friends can help me right now. It's my ex-boyfriend."
shit, do that shit. If I ain't got it, but I'm never not gonna have it. That's the thing. I'm always gonna go get it. Like, however, I gotta get it if you need
Sir,
it.
this is my
Hypothetical. Yeah, I know. Because you saw and you wouldn't let that happen. But anyway, nah, for real though, I wouldn't even care. Like, I mean, the thing is, if I'm down bad and you down bad and there's no other option, I mean, of course, I would try to see I would try to get it from somebody I know.
Is that a problem? Is that a problem? Is that a problem that they're so connected where he would just willingly give her the money and not expect anything in return?
Bro, I had an ex. I'm not saying no names. I had an ex that used to have a sugar daddy, and every time she sent this nigga pictures of her like her feet, the nigga sent her some money. So she came out and was real with me about it, and she was like, "Yo, this nigga be giving me money for my feet. He gave me money before for my feet." I'm like, "Shit, do that shit again." That's how I'm going. I'm like, "Shit, send him like $5."
I was about to say some shit inflammatory, but I ain't gonna do it because I gonna know who I'm talking about. I ain't gonna do it.
Yeah, I'm not. I already know who you about to say.
I ain't gonna do it.
That's
I ain't
wild.
gonna do it.
Hey, this other day, this girl thought she was sending pictures of her wax example from some DC junk to her friend on Snapchat, but she put it on the story, and every nigga in the world saw all her shit. I was like, damn, this is the shit you on now? You got an OnlyFans or something? And she was like, oh my god, thank you for telling me.
Nigga said she got a Patreon.
Hey, I was like, damn, nigga, you getting paid on Snapchat now? You got a premium? This is your premium Snapchat? Didn't know that shit.
I'm not against that. If females want to do that to get their money, hey man, do what you gotta do.
I mean, how you feeling, George? How you feeling, Doc?
You just said she was Instagram famous and she's getting random gifts from people all over the world. You think I give a shit? Like,
Right.
there's no way. It's no
It's too
way.
easy. Nah, go to the rent situation because this one's too easy for y'all. Go to the rent situation.
But even that, like, I agree with Ty in that sense. Like, I'm more about like I'll either go get it or I'll either ask somebody, in my network that can get it for me or whatever before I resort to that. And then in the extent of your secondary question of, do I feel some type of way that individual will feel comfortable enough or had a type of relationship where they could just send it? You can't deny. I think that you set yourself up for failure when you deny the relationship to somebody past. So it's like you can't determine how that individual still feel about the person that you currently with. So it don't matter. Like I try to say, it's about the experience at that point. Okay, yeah, they can get the money, they can get the gifts or whatever like that, but you can't wake up to this person. You can't touch this person. You can't go nowhere with this person. So
You can't tap these cheeks.
Exactly. So I don't give a shit. None of the rest of that shit even matter. Like those are material items at the end of the day. That if you want to give us, because that's really what you're doing, you're giving it to us.
You giving it to us.
If you want to give that
This is
to
our
us,
gift. This is our gift, nigga.
you know what I'm saying? If you want to give that to us, hey, you know what I'm saying? Hey, you good. You all right. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel.
Yeah, I don't care about the Instagram famous shit. She can get all the stuff she wants as long as
What about the rent?
whatever. I have learned, bro. Fuck helping people out, bro. Niggas, if they first off, if they need it one time, they gonna need it another fucking time. And then they got your money fucked up. If y'all knew how much money I gave this last chick I was with, bro, y'all be like, damn, this nigga George is
Stop it, George.
wildin', bro.
Stop it.
Nah,
Stop it
fuck
while you
that.
ahead, George. Stop it while you ahead, bro. No,
Fuck
stop it.
that.
Stop
Don't
it,
help
bro.
nobody. Cause you get the money from your ex and go be with that nigga. Cause you wasting my fucking time.
Gosh.
Terrible
All right,
with
I'm
fucking
moving on.
finances.
I'm
Terrible.
moving on, George. I'm moving
Come on,
on.
George.
We already over for this, so I just want to ask one question while we have our female guest here. I think it would be cool from a female's perspective to ask this question. It's something I really wondered. I'm not gonna ask George's angry ass questions.
I'm gonna answer anyway. So come on.
All right, my question is this: would you smash a guy if he smashed one of your friends? And just to follow up, is there a girl code or sister code that's comparable to bro code?
Nah. Girl code is.
Nah, you wouldn't smash?
What?
Or, yeah.
Wait, what? Oh shit! I answered that question first.
Yeah.
Would I smash a guy my friend smashed?
Yeah.
Yeah, like.
Wait, would you ask for permission or you just smash?
If she smashed him only and didn't have a relationship with this dude,
I think you should ask for permission in that case.
I wouldn't ask for.
If she did,
You got to give more details about why you're smashing this dude.
Yeah, like you.
Hold on. All right, no. For the sake of the example, I mean, typically in these situations, if I'm asking permission from my bro, that means he was smashing her consistently at least, or maybe they talk.
Right.
Yeah.
So.
Right. So she consistently smashes dude, and I'm like,
yeah,
I wouldn't smash nobody my friends consistently smash, cause like they built something, even though it's like not nothing like deep probably, but it's still something there if you're consistently smashing this person, even if it was just a dick plug or some shit like that. But
Excuse me?
I think definition of this term.
You say dick plug?
Yeah, like
that's some new shit. I never heard that
like,
before, bro.
Some women have a plug, like somebody they're not like romantically interested in, and they
the consistent dick appointment.
Every one of us has been a plug before. Every one of us has been a plug before.
I just never heard a term like that.
I never heard
the term before.
They must say that behind our back because
fuck yeah.
Nah, yeah,
we getting some exclusive insiders right
I feel like when you put plug on it though, that means you paying a nigga.
Well, I think
nigga say he feel less than a man. No, can't have that.
Saying.
Is it like a girl code?
Is it girl code? It's just I guess just a respect thing. Like you don't want to start smashing somebody that one of your friends consistently smash. Now, if she smashed him like one time, or we smashed once, we had sex once, like I've done that. Like you know what I mean? It's not like crazy or unheard of, but yeah, somebody that was consistently like their plug or consistently somebody that they were going to for sex, like I feel like that'd be a little weird. And then I feel like he's trying to make his way through our squad or some shit. Like, yeah, I'm gonna smash her.
Slay them dragons. Slay them dragons, cuz. Slay them dragons, cuz.
Because once you get two, you can get the rest of them.
You hit me.
like 60% of niggas, that's what they trying to do. If they hit two of y'all, they trying to go through the whole group. I'm being 100.
Two, bro, it's on, bro. If they hit two, the game is on, bro.
Yeah.
Bro, if they hit two, but they hit two, bro. If they hit two, the game is on, bro.
See, the thing is, they not trying to fuck their friendship. They just trying to fuck y'all. So, like, they not trying to fuck y'all
They're not
friendship.
thinking about.
In fact, we gonna try to remain friends. No, we want y'all to remain friends. We want
all y'all at the same time.
Talk about it. Talk about it later. You hear me?
Yeah, we want y'all to talk about it so we could get this all together. Well, all of us, you know what I mean?
So the rest of them that's left can be like, oh, I wonder if I'm going to get a turn.
Exactly, right. Make it into a party. That's what we talking about.
You hear me?
But yeah, girl code is different from guy code to some degree. You know what I mean? Like, y'all have like, I don't want to say that, assume, but it seems as though y'all have like a lot of codes as far as like stuff seeming homosexual, I guess. And like you like,
yeah, that is
fuck did that come from?
Nah, I get what you're saying.
What you mean?
Like there's a lot of.
She talking about your homosexual hat. There is. It's definitely going both ways.
Leave his hat alone. He's trying.
That's cool. That's cool.
I went to Hot Topic myself, damn it.
That's cool.
Oh man.
My bad, Sandy. Go ahead, finish what you saying, man.
Shit. Oh yeah. Women are a lot more fluid. Like stuff that's gay to y'all isn't gay to us. You know what I mean? Or
That's how
we're not really tripping about the same stuff. Like I don't know. Like shit. Y'all have like a lot of shit that's gay. Like. Or like we'll say each other's beautiful. Like we don't mind say, oh, you look fine and shit, girl. You look bad. Like like we'll say that, and y'all be like, you look fly, bro. Like y'all just like keep it like.
Or
you know
I'll be like, you ugly as shit, bro.
oh, you ugly
Yeah.
as shit. You know he looks
You
good.
ugly as shit.
I'm gonna be honest. Ty wouldn't say that. Ty be like, damn, bro, you look fine as shit today, bro. He told me that before.
I'll be like, Zam, Zaddy. Man, go ahead with that.
Yeah, I would ask
LGBT shit, man. Go ahead.
If it was a situation like that.
Yeah. All right, that's all I got. That's all I only had to one. I only had
Did
to
y'all
one.
have
George, you
another
can George, you can ask your question, George.
I had a question.
Yeah, I thought you had a question. No, all right.
Yeah.
We got no question.
No group chat questions. You're not gonna sure.
Listen,
No group chat questions.
You said
I'm
you said
talking
some
about
very.
for the females. You had.
You said
Oh
some very
man, I
angry
thought
questions.
I thought I gave you questions for the to ask during the thing. I
That's
thought
what
we
I'm
simple.
saying. He's
Okay.
giving you the floor.
Oh, okay.
I'm
I mean,
saying
it
you
was
the
right.
floor
All right,
to
shit. Well, no, because she gives you good gifts, bro. She gave you a bonsai tree. I want a bonsai tree.
Oh.
You know, that's a good fucking gift. Like,
It's
oh,
a
good
man.
gift. It's a good
It makes
gift.
you like think
It's a
like,
good
oh, is
gift.
this like
Hold
a
on, time's
martial
out. So
arts
what you
thing?
get,
Is
George?
this-
George,
Huh?
so what you get, George? Tell everybody what you got.
All right, so check
If
this
you
out,
don't
bro.
mind, if you don't
So,
mind.
no, I don't mind. I don't mind.
Why you ask that, Ty? Why would you ask
Shit.
that,
So
bro?
look,
Because I want
so
to know
look,
that we haven't.
I gotta put it in the context, bro.
I
I gotta put it in
wanna
the
know,
context.
bro.
I gotta put it in the context
Well,
first
yeah.
off. So like I said,
Okay.
Don't,
if y'all
don't
knew,
put it in the context, George.
no,
Don't put it in
I
the
gotta give you
context, bro.
background.
Hold on,
I
let him
give,
do his
I need
thing,
to give you
man.
background,
Come on,
bro.
man.
I need to
Listen,
give you
it may-
background.
It'll probably be 5 minutes. That's it. Come on, bro.
See, I give very good background. My stories are
Yeah, go ahead.
so vividly explained. Okay, so look, I've already broken down to this girl. Like, yo, I'm pretty much done with fucking like, not helping you, but you gotta see for yourself that you're fucking up, and I'm tired of your bullshit. So I leveled that off to say your shit is about to be so fucking minimal for Valentine's Day, your birthday, all this shit. Like, stop coming to me for anything. Period. I want you to see that you ain't doing shit for real. Like, I'm the nigga that was helping your ass out, and you go fucking
Can I
keep
ask you a question now?
pissing me off or some dumb shit. Yeah, go ahead.
No, you said you got tired of
Did your shit freeze? I think his shit froze. So look, did everybody freeze? Yeah, his shit frozen. Okay, yeah. So anyway, I got tired of always helping this person financially for her to keep coming at me like, and I don't bring it up. I don't be like, oh, you know, I gave you this, you owe me whatever. I don't bring the shit up. But she always had a fucking like issue. She always had like, what's what I'm looking for? Like an insecure ass issue that she makes up out of nowhere and brings stuff in and wants me to like do this. I'm not this soft person. I'm not the type of person that come and fucking like care about some soft ass fucking issue. Like, grow up. You're a grown woman. She older than me. Like, move on. I'm not insecure. If I didn't tell you I don't like something, don't be insecure about it. Like, don't make it up. So I told her I am not like doing this whole like being this shining this what's it called, knight in shining armor dude for you no more. I gotta let you see how you could go back out here and find these other lame ass niggas and do all this shit because you pissing me off for real. And I have things financially like that I want to do myself. Like, in case you guys don't know, I wrote a book. It's called Rainy Days. I wrote a book here. I want to get this shit off the ground. You know,
Congratulations, bro.
Thank you. You know, it's a book. It's a very thick book here. You know, it's a very thick book, 200 something pages.
Bro, can we order it yet? Or you looking to publish?
Nah, because like I'm trying to do a whole lot of background shit for it that costs money. But instead of me doing my shit, I'm helping her out. So now I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna do my shit. You handle your own stuff, and we could go about it that way. Welcome back, Ty. And we could go about it that way. So on Valentine's Day, I asked her, I was like, what you want for Valentine's Day? Because I already had a amount in my head that I was going to send you or whatever, or spend on it. So she tells me X, Y, Z, blah, blah, blah. I was like, all right, cool. So again, I'm in Los Angeles. She's in Virginia. I made sure she had that card in Virginia on Valentine's Day in the money or whatever for the spa or whatever it is that she said she wanted to do. She knows I am tired of her shit. And then on fucking like, what was it, Thursday? Yeah, because it was Friday, right? Thursday, she go call, fake cry with me and shit, talking about, you're not going to have it on Valentine's Day because blah, 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 blah. And I was just like, yo, I don't care because I already knew you was going to fuck up. I already knew. I'm already used to it. I already knew you was going to fuck up. I don't care. All right, I don't care. Just go about whatever. I'll get it when I get it.
You're in a long distance
So,
relationship?
yeah. So, I ain't getting shit for Valentine's Day as a summary. Matter of fact, my mama sent me a card. It's a very nice Valentine's Day card. It has Marvel and stuff on it.
Mama always love you.
And it
man.
got
Mama
here on
always
fucking
love you.
Friday.
That's dope.
I was like, what the
Wait,
fuck?
Praise
so she
mama.
never actually got you a
Shout
gift?
out to Black moms, bro.
So
Shout
I
out
don't
to
got
Black
it.
moms, real quick.
I ain't getting nothing yet. Apparently, it's in the mail. Don't know why you
Shout out to my
can't
mom.
figure it out. I'm thinking if you know I'm fed
Shout
up
out
with
to
your
mom.
shit, don't fuck up again. So easily. Like you knew Valentine's Day was Friday forever because she wanted me to come fly out there. I was like, I'm not spending no fucking money on no flight to come out there. It's not fucking worth for nobody to do that shit.
How long y'all been together, George?
Over a year. But she was my sister's friend, so I knew her for like 5 years or so, or something like that.
Gotcha. Oh, so you just fed up with the whole?
Hey man, I'm like, why do I need to put in all that? Why am I putting in all this fucking effort for you to keep making excuses about why your shit ain't holding up your side of the fucking bargain, bro? Like, god damn.
What's the question though? I'm sorry.
There was
Oh,
no
the question. The question. No, the question was. No, he started doing it, but my question was, why are y'all so terrible at giving gifts?
Oh, okay.
Because even
I
like
got a
back,
bonsai tree.
yeah, the bonsai tree was cool. Shit, I want a bonsai
You gave a
tree.
good gift, right?
Yeah. So back in the back with like on Christmas or something. If you ask me what I want, and I tell you, oh, I want this, that, because at the time I got a YouTube channel, I was like, I need this for that, this, that, and third, blah blah blah. Don't make a basket of dumb shit that's supposed to be heartfelt and meaningful.
So
I didn't ask you for no
So
basket.
specific.
I didn't ask you for no basket of dumb shit, bro. I asked you for this. And now I gotta sit here and fake like I like this stuff. And now I'm like, shit, I was counting. You mean I actually told you what I wanted? I was counting this my fucking channel. Now I'm like, okay, well
Your
fuck.
boy George was
Now
like,
you fucked up
you
my whole
got
time.
me. You got me an iPhone cover. That's crazy.
Oh, like, what the fuck am I supposed to do?
You got me a screen for that.
Like
This shit vinyl?
dudes look at your situation and like, okay, I'm gonna give a meaningful gift. It's gonna be nice. It's gonna help her. It's gonna be also like some shit you didn't think of, like Valentine's Day last year. Oh no, not Valentine's Day. Her birthday last year. She was coming out here. Her and her sister and all this came out here because the cruise is real close to LA. We were cruising from here to go to Mexico, whatever. And I gave her like this fake, like she said she wanted perfume, blah 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 blah, blah all this other stuff. I gave her perfume, like some Chanel perfume, like a bear because I'm in the Air Force that has like this Air Force shit on it. All kinds of shit was in this bag, like little mini stuff that maybe is like $200. But it wasn't impressive, and I knew like with her friends there, they wouldn't think this is something impressive. So they was all like, they was doing the same shit. I was like, oh, this is so nice. Oh, this is whatever. And then I was like, okay, I got her now. Let me go in the other room, pull out this MacBook in the bag.
Hey,
So I'm like, boom, yeah, what's good, nigga? You know what's up? You know, boom, boom. That's good gift giving. That's good. That's good gift giving right there, bro.
Good.
Stop fucking playing with me in a goddamn basket of dumb shit I didn't ask for. God damn.
George, I'm gonna be honest. That was
Well,
a
let
real
me answer the question.
That was- It was a can you answer that question? Because that shit was mad.
Yeah, I'm just
specific.
asking, why is it you guys don't listen to us when we say what we want? Why can't you just give us good gifts? Shit.
I don't think that's true for everyone.
It's not true because you giving good gifts. Bonsai tree is a good gift.
That's what I was going to say. I don't think she can answer this question
Yes.
because, like, you need somebody to give terrible gifts to answer this question.
Yeah,
Well,
well, or I mean, I understand like the concept because I used to give horrible gifts, so
Oh, okay.
I think it's interesting because it's like if it's a birthday, then this day is completely about this person. So you're getting them something they definitely want. For Valentine's Day, a lot of women feel like, well, some women feel like I don't want to speak for everybody, but some women feel like it's a women's holiday. So like, why am I going on my way for you? I personally don't feel like that. I feel like it's a love day or a relationship day or whatever you want to call it. Or just appreciating whoever you with or dealing with, right? But yeah, I guess it would depend on like what day they're getting this gift. You know what I mean? But I feel like some women just, you're right. Some women don't listen.
God damn.
They.
You heard it from the mouth directly.
Sometimes we can. Yeah, no, for real though. Sometimes we can just be really obtuse about certain stuff, and just not pay attention to like stuff like your man wants.
They
like,
live too close to the treat people how they want to be treated. They give the type of shit that they want to give.
we would want, right?
Right. They don't give the shit that they're listening to that they that person wants to receive.
I be
They're
giving
like,
whole
I would
instructions.
like
I don't wanna
this gift,
speak for
so
everybody,
I
like,
give
that's
this
just my
type of gift.
I be giving whole instructions like, bro, just mail me a box of cherry airheads. That's it. Don't let me open
I
up no
already-
box and
this
see
is
no
very
bear and some dumb shit in there.
I
already
feel
come
it
to the
though.
conclusion
All
that
my first dates were trash until this one.
Like,
But
I already
but
come to the
George,
conclusion-
to put some perspective though, George, you just like set the bar dumb high. Like
No. That's what I'm
Bro,
doing. Listen,
exactly.
bro, listen. I'm not pressed on it.
Set the
Like
bar
the gift, whatever gifts I asked for might be like $200. The stuff I asked for might be like $200, but it would help me in the long run for the stuff I was doing. Like I don't fucking expect her to return the thing. I know we don't have the same cash flow as each other or whatever. So I'm expecting
Say
her.
what?
I know, like me and her girl, or me whoever I'm with. I know we might not have the same amount of cash flow. So I'm like, bro, what I want is X, Y, Z. It costs
I'm not saying
$200.
that you
I
got
know it's something you can afford, and it's
saying,
gonna hit me the same way my gifts hit you, because that's what I asked for. That's what
Can I
helped
borrow
me.
like $100? Can I borrow $100, Joe?
Man, no,
Right.
man, fuck that.
Hold on.
Fuck that, bro.
Can I have?
I should have shut down. Should have shut
Yeah,
down.
shut down.
The empty bank is shut down. And then my other question was, why the fuck can't women apologize?
Yeah, what
Like
the-
why the fuck can't I bring you my problem, tell you what my problem is with some behavior or something that's going on, and not only do you not apologize, you are now upset, and now I need to apologize for making you upset. Hell no, I'm not doing that shit.
I think it's well, that's hard. Because again, I don't want to speak for every single woman on the planet, but
But you
I
are
just-
down.
for my, I know, it's so much fucking pressure. You're probably like, bitch, that's not right. No,
Hey, we speak for the N-word, so you speaking for the women.
I guess.
Yeah.
Okay. Shit. You said why can't we apologize?
Yeah, why can't you take ownership for like a problem or apologize? That's what I'm talking about.
I guess I would say, I just gotta speak for me though. Like I'm apologetic all the time. So, but I guess I used to be like that, like not being able to apologize, mad, prideful, and stuff like that. And honestly, it's just like I feel like that's just manipulation for real. Like you bring a problem to me and I flip it, or try to like switch it to something else, or try to like bring up, oh, you do the same thing or whatever. You know what I mean? Like that's just immaturity. Two, I feel like it can also be a delivery problem. You know what I mean? Because you could say, because I don't know, I don't really know you like that, George, but I feel like you probably say shit wild.
Hey, I say
sometimes.
shit. Yeah, the way y'all talking now is the way I talk. I promise you that. But I swear, the first time it would be like, babe, I ain't like that shit. Like, what the fuck? Because I'm very chill. I'm very chill, but I don't have that middle area. I don't have that build up. It's just,
Right.
it's just chill, or
It's chill
now I'm fucking upset.
Okay.
So I will admit
Okay,
that. I will go from A to B real quick or whatever. But
It could be a delivery problem too, because you could be wrong at the top of your voice. You feel me? Like you say
nah.
what you're saying is correct, but you loud or you being disrespectful saying it, and it's just kind of like now it's about how you said it. Now it's
so
about
So go ahead. Go ahead, Ty. Yeah, I understand what you're saying. Go ahead, Ty.
So basically, when you were saying that, like when you approach somebody and you say, "Oh, I have a problem with this," and then they be like, "Well, you do it too. That's childish." But what if you really do it too at a high level, and if you really?
But we're not talking about you.
Nah,
We're not talking about me or talking about whoever.
Yeah.
But it don't matter. Like, what if you? Like, all right. So what if you, as a female, always talk down on your nigga every time you mad? And let's say he get mad, he be like, "Bitch," and you like, "Oh, you can't talk to me like that because that's how my feelings feel." And I be like, "Bitch, you."
Yeah, bro. That sentence is used. That sentence is used, bro.
How is that childish when 90% of the relationship I'm getting called a dirty ass nigga? And I lose my cool and call you a bitch. But we're talking about me. No, that doesn't work like that,
bro.
That in my opinion.
I'm talking about situations. So like, so check this out. A lot of women, and I am going to categorize that. A lot of women have gone through things that makes them think that a man is which is like what'd you say?
A man is a punching bag. That's what they think.
Well, no, make you think that a man is trying to be the same thing as like someone else, trying to do them wrong, trying to control them, trying to do all these things. They're going through things that they have evidence of that happening. Now you got a nigga like me who ready to do whatever for you, and I'm very chill in most cases. I think I'm a good nigga to be with. Period. Why do you use that same logic, thinking I'm the same niggas, with someone who has proven to you they ain't that nigga? And then why is it that you can't back up and realize, okay, this nigga has never gave me no reason to think the same shit is going on as somebody else. Why the fuck I'm gonna do the same thing and just not apologize, not own up to whatever it is? That shit pisses me off so much.
Sheesh.
You asking a lot of questions here,
That's
bro.
just
Yeah,
hey, you know,
I think you need
we
No, I think
cut
a
it.
lot of people have relationship PTSD, and I think they don't actually heal from that stuff before they move on to somebody else. And I think that's like projecting like their issues on you just because you like might move a certain way or seem like it's this when it's really not. And I think some people or some women should really just take the time to like observe and like analyze the situation and not put that energy on somebody else when it's just not that. You know, just because they do something that might be similar to something they experienced in the past, like that's just not right. You know what I mean? That's not correct to do that, and it's not healthy.
All right, man. I'm gonna stop fucking venting them for y'all. I'll let y'all know what comes about in this next week.
Yeah, that's
Yes,
just one
sir.
of my pet peeves though.
What?
Just having somebody like say, "Oh, I want this done and I want this done." I'm like, bro, you don't do that shit. Like, how you
Right.
like
The fuck
know
you
what I'm saying?
talking about?
That's one of my major pet peeves because it's like, bro, if you want, I'm all about treating somebody the way you want to be treated. If you don't want to be called out of your name, don't call me out my name. Like, I don't do it all the time, and I won't do it all the time. But when I do it, it shouldn't be a big issue because you sitting right here doing this, and then you want to sit here and be like, oh, well, this about how I feel. And so when is it about how I feel? Just because I don't come out
Right.
and I'm not necessarily hurt every time you call me a dusty, dirty nigga, I'm not hurt by that. But at the same time, that's just
Sorry.
real, dude.
That also sounded very specific.
Yes. This is how it happens. This is how it happens for me, bro. Something will happen, and I'll be like, "That was dumb." Something will happen. I'll be like, "That was dumb." Like, I don't think you thought that through. Oh, I'm dumb. Yeah, that was stupid. Like this is literally, yeah, that was stupid. Oh, so you calling me stupid? I'm like, no, I'm not calling you stupid, but your actions
Oh my God,
were
yes,
fucking
bro.
stupid.
Yeah.
So I'm like, your
preach,
actions are
bruh.
fucking stupid. So I'm not
Yes, bruh.
now instead of going to
Yes,
like whatever
bruh. That's
issue,
fact,
whatever
bro.
issue I brought you first, now you only think the discussion is about how I called you stupid. No,
But
I'm
the
not
thing
even.
is,
I'm not discussing how I
Fact,
called you
bruh.
stupid. I'm discussing
Not a
the
sermon.
problem I
That's
brought
a
you.
thought.
you said her actions was stupid. Everybody in the world does stupid shit. Like even you, like everybody
Yeah.
does stupid shit. So there's no reason they should be offended by that.
Exactly.
But I mean, but everything with a female, I feel like is about protecting their feelings. So like even when you do say something like that, you gotta say it a different way. You can't just say, "Hey, that shit is stupid." Like they gonna feel some type of way about that. Like you gotta definitely formulate a different way to say it so they can be a little bit more
I mean, not
comfortable.
everybody is super sensitive like that, but I guess you're sensitive more to the person you're with because you care what they think of you. You know what I mean,
Yeah.
rather than somebody else. So
Yeah, I get it.
But that goes back to the same thing I'm saying. If you know me to be this nigga that you tell everybody, oh, he's so great, he's all this stuff. Why is it you go so negative when I'm bringing something to you? God damn! I'll just be sitting around, relaxing, watching shit on computer, and next thing you know, arguing. I'm not the fuck no. I just be chilling.
You bring up stuff a lot, like
I bring up the same shit a lot.
Okay.
I bring up the same exact shit all the time. I'm tired of it. So I'm single now.
Have you tried that?
Gentlemen.
Have you tried to help her with it though?
Yeah, but fuck that. That's all. Our finances fucked up.
Stop. No, answer questions. Stop.
Listen, I want to know though.
No, ask later, nigga.
Listen, have you personally tried to impart the knowledge that you have into her?
Yeah, but then it becomes I'm a grown woman. I can handle my finances. How?
Right.
How? I handled your fucking finances.
Look, Darius, question's over. George is right, man. Because if he's tried, then it's no. I don't understand. Like he did everything he can.
He's tried though. But
First of all, let me ask you a question, Ty. Ty, do you need to put more money in your payphone right now? Because you sound wild.
Nigga call collect.
You sound wild, bro.
My computer did. I'm on my phone. With my phone.
Your phone. I'm surprised iPhone 11 has this quality, bro.
No, I'm trying to hold it away from my face because I don't want it to be too close, nigga. That's why my microphone's shut.
Listen, gentlemen, Cindy, let's close this bitch out. This has been a great episode, fellas. Oh my god. All right, fellas, this has been a great episode. Please, guys, if you enjoyed the episode, if you enjoy what we do every week here, please follow us on Instagram at iN-Word Podcast. We have special pictures up there to give us some more insight onto us, who we are as the iN-Word Podcast crew. My name is Who Is D Right. You can follow me at Who Is D Right on Instagram and on Twitter. Fellas, you want to drop anything else before we get out of here?
Master OG Ty, follow me on Instagram. Master OG Ty on Twitter. That's it.
It's Doc D Ross on Instagram and Twitter, and you can go to my page, DocShepherd.net, for all of the links for all of our podcasts and my individual podcast, The Random Ramble.
It's your boy George, Joker Dave on Twitter. I'm single now. Fuck with me. I ain't fucking around no more.
Fuck with the boys. Fuck with my man. You gotta have ambition though. You can't be broke.
Chill, bro. Chill out.
Get the gifts.
Get good
Get
gifts.
good
Yeah.
Get this nigga a bonsai tree, bro.
Get a good gift. You like bonsai trees.
Just send it in.
He don't want to have to repeat himself.
That was a good fucking gift.
He like airheads too. He say you want a box of airheads.
Airheads, bro.
I'm
The
very
red kind, the
simple,
red-
right? That's
You gotta
simple
have
as
a high
shit.
budget.
Get a nigga some airheads, get a nigga some bonsai tree, throw some ass in them, good.
Hey, you know what I'm talking about? All right,
And that
fellas.
last one don't cost you no money. So there you go.
Oh wait. Y'all can follow me, official_slay on Instagram. And yeah.
Yes, sir. Beautiful episode. We'll see you guys next week. This is the N-Word Podcast. Peace.